Being famous is not just about having a yacht load of money and flying on private jets. With fame not only comes power and influence, but also extreme scrutiny and jealousy. Your freedom of speech quickly turns into a prison of thoughts when anything you say can and will be used against you in tomorrow's headlines. Money that once opened doors to lavish luxury can quickly turn into a rabbit hole of drugs, frivolous spending, and fueling bad habits. For this list of celebrities, it's not just their money that doesn't exist anymore, but apparently their sanity and fame. What's gravy, guys? Thank you for checking out another one of our IO Top 10s. I'm Charlotte Dobre, for those who don't know me, and you guys are watching InformOverload. On this channel, we tell you about what's trending on the internet, so subscribe so you're the first to know what's trending, and follow us on social media if you don't already. I got a party going on my Instagram every night. It's great. We talk about aliens, and we don't do that, but follow us on Instagram. The IO Instagram also posts news updates that you won't see on here, so definitely give that a follow as well. And today we are counting down the top 10 celebrities who lost their fame. Coming in at number 10, we have Mr. Charlie Sheen. For a while there, Charlie Sheen was hashtag winning, hashtag winning, hashtag winning. And then, suddenly, he was hashtag not winning. His little shtick, which made him cool in the first place, was this image of debauchery and philandering. Winning became losing as his insane lifestyle caught up with him. While attending rehab for the third time in a year, 2.5 Men creator Chuck Lorre halted production of Sheen's hit show in 2011 and banned Sheen from the set and canceled the final episodes of the season. CBS and Warner Brothers terminated his contract shortly after that, and Sheen's character was replaced by Ashton Kutcher. In the wake of the firing, Sheen had a very public meltdown, making bizarre statements in interviews, suggesting that he was a warlock with tiger blood and Adonis DNA, and of course, winning. He posted videos to YouTube showing him smoking cigarettes through his nose and ranting about his former employees. Charlie Sheen has been married 3 times, and almost all of the relationships ended badly. And most recently, he came out as HIV positive. We'll ignore the claims that he's made about being resistant to AIDS, or how he's learned to cure it by drinking goat milk. Best of luck to you, Charlie Sheen. At number 9, we have Chris Brown. Singer and dancer Chris Brown was on his way up the pop charts with his 2005 hit Run It, and then he was dating beautiful Fenty queen Rihanna. But things went south in a very ugly way. After a February 2009 incident that left Rihanna bruised and battered on the side of the road, Brown was charged with felony assault and uttering threats, to which he eventually pleaded guilty. As a result, his music was actually pulled from many radio stations, and he withdrew from public appearances like the 2009 Grammys. His career has never really recovered from this. Up next at number 8, we have Lindsay Lohan. Ever since the young age of 19, Lindsay Lohan has been doing the exact opposite of what she should be doing, even if she had good intentions. Lilo has been accused of showing up ridiculously late on set, and if you watch the OWN Lindsay docuseries, you know that 3 p.m. is an early time for Lohan to wake up and get started on the day. This was back in 2014. For many years, from 2007 onward, she lived in and out of various Los Angeles hotels, was involved in multiple car accidents, some DUIs including for alcohol and cocaine. She went to rehab at least 5 times, spent 84 minutes in jail, yes, minutes, and subsequently sacrificed the best years of her acting career in order to get her personal life in order. Lohan dropped multiple film and TV projects, many of them promising, claiming fatigue and dehydration. Perhaps the thing that Lindsay Lohan is most famous for now is her famous dance in Mykonos, which has been memed countless times. Coming in hot at lucky number 7 on this list, we have Macaulay Culkin. Everyone knows Macaulay from the classic Christmas movie Home Alone. He was making $8 million a film, and becoming the biggest child actor Hollywood had ever seen. But he's actually known even more famously for the battle that he had with his parents in his teenage years. Allegedly, his father was mishandling his son's money, and his parents fought over control in a public divorce. Unfortunately, after that died down, Macaulay was arrested for possession of marijuana in 2004. He's pretty much vanished from the acting scene, but that's not the only thing that's vanished. He's super skinny, and his body is basically like a walking skeleton nowadays. I miss Macaulay Culkin. At number 6 on our list, we're bringing you a 2-for-1 deal, Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt. Heidi first rose to fame after being cast on the MTV series The Hills, where fans saw her relationship with Lauren Conrad flourish and die. And then fans watched as her relationship with Spencer Pratt became more and more ridiculous and outrageous. What was Heidi's true demise? Her numerous plastic surgeries. She said that she felt the plastic surgeries turned her all-American look into a Barbie doll. And now apparently her and Spencer are penniless and living at his parents' house. We are halfway there. At number 5 on this list, we have Amanda Bynes. From Nickelodeon's All That to her funny role alongside Hollywood heartthrob Channing Tatum in She's the Man, Amanda Bynes was America's sweetheart for her entire career. But in 2012, she announced on Twitter that she was retiring from acting. And then things kind of spun out of control. DUIs, hit-and-run accidents, criminal possession of marijuana, and undergoing mental health evaluations. These are just some of the list of things that she had to go through over the last few years. She's now under a conservatorship of her parents, yet that hasn't seemed to stop her from taking to social media to showcase her bizarre world. It's honestly really sad what happened to Amanda Bynes. She was so talented, and she is still talented, but it's sad. I wanted to be like her when I grew up, and just makes you not want to get into this business, to be honest. At number 4 on this list, another child star. Starting on Disney's Even Stevens, Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf transitioned into the adult acting world quite seamlessly. But things got weird. His bizarre behavior has had fans scratching their heads for a few years now. There's even a timeline one can visit at The Telegraph that maps out some of his most absurd and weird moments, pointing to a disturbed life behind the scenes of his movies and his Twitter activity. Although his career hasn't exactly taken a nosedive, his reputation has, well, it's not pristine, let's just say that. Alright, we have made it to the top 3. At 3 on this list, we have Jim Carrey. In the 1990s, Jim Carrey was Hollywood's king of comedy, appearing in family and kid favorites like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Liar Liar. Of course, his fame didn't stop with those movies. He was pretty much on top of the world. He also starred in The Grinch, The Truman Show, Bruce Almighty, and Yes Man. 20 years later, Jim Carrey's life has taken a very different turn. He's been living a very reclusive life, and he's always involved in controversy one way or another. With 35 years under his belt as a film and television actor, Jim spoke candidly about fame, describing it as fleeting. Things took another turn when his ex-girlfriend and Irish beautician, Katharina White, committed suicide in 2016 at her home in Los Angeles, which he described at the time in a statement as a hit with a lightning bolt. An ugly fallout followed that tragedy. White's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Carrey, claiming that he emotionally abused White, gave her STDs, including 2 strains of the incurable herpes virus, and intimidated her via high-priced Hollywood lawyers after their breakup. In 2018, Carrey told the Herald Sun, "Depression is caused by your body and your psyche becoming exhausted with who you are trying to portray in the world." After these comments, people were starting to wonder if Jim Carrey was emotionally stable. To this day, he's continued to separate himself from Hollywood, continuing to participate in other things. He paints a lot, and he's actually not bad at it. And he's also taken on a project like a children's television show. But the Jim Carrey that we once knew and loved, and I guess our main funny man, is just a distant memory. At number 2 on this list, we have Aaron Carter. Kid brother of Backstreet Boy Nick Carter, Aaron Carter was a pop star by the time he was only 7. When he began to grow up though, he started to make a lot of mistakes. He blew a fortune worth $200 million, all before his 18th birthday. So what did he spend that $200 million on? A 12-home Carter family compound. Aaron then suffered a broken jaw in a fight which spun into an opioid addiction. It started with painkillers to help him, but he continued to take the painkillers even after his jaw had healed. His brother Nick then got a restraining order against him in 2019, alleging Aaron had made threatening remarks. Aaron's overall health has remained pretty fragile since. He spent a night in the hospital earlier this month for exhaustion, a couple months after revealing on the doctors that he'd been diagnosed with multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia, acute anxiety, and manic depression. With the tragic loss of his sister and father in recent years, Aaron Carter just can't get out of the hole that he's in. He's had a string of DUIs, bad car accidents, stints in rehabs, and multiple occasions where he's threatened to commit suicide. And the number 1 spot on this list goes to Britney Spears. A 12-year conservatorship was just extended again until August 22nd, 2020. For the former pop icon. Now, I'm not gonna give you a whole bunch of background on Britney. We know what happened there, and it's just so sad. Instead, I'm gonna talk about the arrangement that legally prevents her from controlling her life and her $59 million estate. The conservatorship, which is a legal guardianship typically enacted for those incapable of making their own decisions, was approved by the court back in 2008, after Britney Spears had several public meltdowns. The arrangement put her estate, financial assets, and some of the personal assets under control of her father and lawyer. Now, if you haven't seen a bizarre Britney Instagram post lately, you should definitely check her out on Instagram. She posts some weird stuff, but she's also just living her best life and doing her thing. The conservatorship has been extended again until at least August 22nd. A hearing on the conservatorship actually never took place due to the coronavirus pandemic. This news comes right around the same time that Britney Spears posted to Instagram that she accidentally burnt down her gym. This was after she left candles lit. Alright guys, that is all I have for you on that. What did you think of that top 10 list? Let me know in the comments. For now, I'm gonna wrap this one up with some comment features. Maddie said, whenever an IO vid's uploaded, I stop what I'm doing and watch it. Someone noticed me. Hi Maddie, I noticed you. Tyson Greed said, thank you InformOverload for putting a smile on my face, especially during my birthday during this pandemic. Well, Tyson, happy birthday, or happy belated birthday. Hope it was a great one. Yay! Birthday, birthday. That is it for me. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below and make sure you leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more of our videos, and I will see you guys next time.